Oh, jeez. God. Thank you, Alfred Kinsey, for nothing. You know, he was one of the worst pieces of shit that ever came down the pike with his, to put it mildly, his flawed studies, unethical studies, perverted studies that wanted to, back in the day of, of World War II or post World War II America, that people were much more raunchy than it was generally regarded. Well, no, it was all a bunch of shit. But unfortunately, that thing spread around. His idiot studies spread around like wildfire and were quoted for years and years. But it helped set the stage for the idiot sexual revolution. And now now it's morphed into queer theory. It's morphed into all this sick goddamn shit, such as this. Westminster College is a private college. It's not a public university. So they felt like they were free to offer a porn course that in a lot of cases the parents are footing the bill for these students if they're not getting student loans to pay for courses like this. And let's see. That is, where the hell is Westminster College? It's in, where the crap is it at? It's in the Midwest. But no, it's in Utah. Wait a minute. No, it's in Utah, of all places. Can you imagine? Out there in Mormon country? That this would even be entertained. Yeah. And, yeah, there it is, Utah. But yet parents or taxpayers indirectly through student loans, they're footing the goddamn bill for this shit. Can you believe it? What does it say? Hardcore pornography is as American as apple pie and more popular than Sunday night football. Who the hell writes this shit? The course description also suggests that pornography can challenge sexual and gender norms. Sure it does. It's okay to traffic in women. It's okay to make women a thing to fuck. That they're just a sex toy. That it's okay to exploit women and children, exploit anybody for money, and just so a guy could get off. And you know, now it used to be the 70s, the 1970s, they'd say, when this was still illegal in a lot of places and stuff, you know, oh, it's victimless crime. Oh, you know, you're a prude if you don't support this stuff. But now the evidence is pretty much in that this is not harmless fun. It's not harmless fun for the people that consume it. Ultimately, because that garbage messes them up psychologically to where their relationships are poisoned, but also it's horrifying for the people that are in that industry, those so-called actors and actresses especially, who are abused, that are paid. It's actually a form of paid rape or another form of prostitution. So it's human rights abuse. Okay, it's a form of it. But here, thanks to good old queer theory, you know, that's what this is ultimately about. Hey, it's perfectly okay to have courses at the college level in hardcore pornography. And then, according to Wikipedia, there is such a thing as porn studies. Can you imagine trying to get a job in the regular labor market and put down what your college degree was in? Oh, yes, I majored in gender studies, since women's studies doesn't exist anymore. I majored in gender studies with a minor in porn studies. Do you think anybody would hire you? What in the hell? It's unbelievable. There's a major or a minor, a critical academic study of pornography. And It's situated in itself in the field of critical studies. I mean, there's nothing here. It's not worth any kind of intellectualizing. It's filth and human rights abuse. That's what it is. Oh, a Danish study showed the availability of pornography reduces the incidence of at least some sex. That's bullshit. That's all been debunked. And it says here, a perceived link was non-existent. Oh, God, that's all lies. That's all lies. Everybody knows that shit's harmful. But can you imagine that kids are being, or young people are being inundated with this garbage? Yeah, it says here, the course was cross-offered in the Gender Studies Department. They need to abolish gender studies. There should not be any taxpayer money or any kind of public money put in any college or university, public or private, that has this rot of gender studies. If it needs to go back to women's studies only, not understanding and feeling sorry for pervs. And, and all kinds of deviant behavior. And across the United States and Canada, there has been increasing overlaps between academia and the sex industry in recent years. Oh, my hell. In December of 2021, the University of Toronto came under fire after an associate professor posted materials from his porn studies syllabus to Twitter. And, yeah, and then you can click that on, I guess, yeah, and then it'll give you the thread. I haven't looked at that. Oh my God. What in the hell is this shit? Oh, women in the sex trade are not exploited. Oh my God. Alright, what kind of pornographers are financing these studies programs? There needs to be outrage about this. There needs to be complete outrage. But it's a private college in the middle of Utah, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the United States. Well, it isn't in the middle. It's out west. So where's the outrage against this kind of crap? Oh, yeah, and of course, women in prostitution. They're being even more subjected to the garbage that is featured in porn. It says here, a 2020 study from Australia about intimate partner violence found pornography being used as a manual to determine which types of abuse female victims would be subjected to. Many women also said they were forced to watch pornography to groom them or to coerce them into abusive sex acts. Need to ditch the men. Need to ditch them. Many porn study scholars encourage the normalization of pornography, premising their argument on claims that it reduces incidents of sex crimes. That's the same shit they say about prostitution. And prostitution and pornography are both forms of rape. They're both forms of sexual violence. There's no consent. It's all coercion. But decades of research produced in a range of countries have long established a correlation between porn consumption and increased rates of sexual violence. That's beyond dispute. And it needs to go. It needs to be gone. And I've always maintained they need to make it illegal, and to download it, just treat it like kiddie porn. And make the offenders go on a sex offender list. And that'll stop it. Almost all of it is made in the United States. This shit'll stop. Or mostly stop. I mean, education ain't gonna be enough. Because it's... Oh, yeah. There's blame pornography for an escalation in child sexual abuse. Oh, yeah. They're trying to normalize that. Good old queer theory. Time for politicians to take a close look at queer theory. Take a look at all of it. And I know I'm a little rambly tonight, but this was a good article. And they keep moving the goalposts of what's normal. It's all abnormality. It's all anti-sex. It's all anti-love. It's, Jesus, it's just a mess. Oh, look at this little tidbit. Financial Times revealed that Cornell University had been investing in Pornhub, whose parent company MindGeek has been embroiled in controversy and legal disputes for monetizing the sex trafficking and rape of children. Ain't that lovely? This filth is, it's done. It's killing the country. So, anyway, yeah, I'm kind of thinking, like I said last time, that I may wuss out on going to Idaho until after the school year is done, because it looks like the temperature, that might rain up in Bend and in, Lapine, which means it'll probably snow up in the higher elevations around Crater Lake and stuff. And I may just say, oh, I'd love to be there for his birthday, that friend's birthday, but I may just put it off, and I'll have just that much more money to go with on it. But, yeah, just think about it, people. There's porn courses, there's porn studies. The pornification of the United States, it's going to hell in a handbasket, let me tell you, this country.